To think that God has given us the ability to create beautiful works of art, to sing beautiful songs, but He's also given us the ability to work hard. And some of us today are working far too hard. And I've got Pastor Ben Ray with me.
Hi, James.
Ben?
Good to see you.
You got a watch on your wrist.
I certainly do. I always need to know what time it is and
You do?
keep on time.
Okay, you get stressed if you get late?
It certainly does stress me out, driving along through traffic. Yep.
What do you reckon? Do you think that people today worship time?
I think just about everyone in New Zealand would have to agree that we do worship time.
Yeah.
We're always watching the clock. We always know what time something's got to begin, what time something has to finish. It's just a part of life.
Now, of course, when God rescued the ancient Israelis from the Egyptians, there were two problems, weren't they? First, they were worshipping statues, the Egyptian artworks, and second, they were working 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. I mean, they were slaves.
That's right.
Yeah.
So in a way, they were worshipping time against their will, most probably. But they didn't have a choice. They just had to work and work and work 7 days a week.
Okay, so we can make an idol out of beautiful works of art. We can make an idol out of sculptures. Okay, we can make an idol out of beautiful music. We can make an idol out of time. Or we can worship time itself.
I think that's right.
Yeah.
I think that God, in His wisdom, has offered us a way out of that trap, though, that cycle of just worshipping time itself.
Okay.
And so He's come up with this idea that we should take a break once a week and remember to worship Him rather than just the cycle of time.
Okay. Now, that's a regular Sabbath.
That's right. So that's taking a day off once a week to focus on God as our Creator. It's something that I've taken in my life, and it's really been a positive and enjoyable thing for me to worship God rather than just worshipping the tyranny of the clock.
Yeah, I've got to say, Ben, it sounds a little bit old-fashioned, the old Sabbath, the Christian Sabbath. But how does it actually work in a modern world? Isn't it inconvenient?
Well, I don't find it inconvenient at all. And old-fashioned or not, it works. I really enjoy the ability to say, enough is enough. I'm going to take a break. And of course, everybody likes to have a rest day, a holiday. And more than that, though, when I rest on the Sabbath and take a day with God, somehow as I remember that I'm not the boss, but God is the boss, it takes a huge weight off my shoulders. It's the best de-stress thing I've come across.
Now, I asked Ben this question because really, when I stopped to think about it, there's not very many people in Western culture who bow down in front of statues anymore. There's not many of us that worship music more than we worship God. We don't worship much in our culture, but in Western culture, we do worship time.
That's right.
And one of God's holy laws said, take a break.